An electrical fire incident occurred at the Home Depot in Fort Myers, Florida. The fire began at 7:41 a.m. in the appliance section of the store. An employee initially attempted to extinguish the fire using a fire extinguisher. Subsequently, the store's sprinkler system activated and suppressed the fire, aided by the efforts of fire crews. The store was promptly evacuated, and fortunately, no injuries were reported as a result of the incident. The fire was contained to a single aisle within the store. However, the sprinkler system's activation led to water damage affecting a portion of the premises. Store management has indicated that the store will remain closed for the duration of Tuesday. The goal is to reopen the store to the public on Wednesday morning. The financial impact of the fire, including the cost of damages and lost revenue due to the closure, is currently unknown. Electrical fires typically originate from a variety of sources, which may include faulty wiring, overloaded circuits, defective appliances, or improper use of electrical equipment. Firstly, faulty wiring poses a significant risk, as damaged or deteriorated insulation can expose live wires, increasing the likelihood of short circuits and subsequent fires. Secondly, overloading circuits by connecting too many devices to a single circuit can cause wires to overheat, leading to insulation breakdown and potential ignition. Thirdly, defective appliances with internal electrical faults can also initiate fires, particularly if safety mechanisms are compromised. Fourthly, improper use of electrical equipment, such as extension cords or power strips, can create hazardous conditions if not used according to manufacturer instructions. Prevention of electrical fires involves implementing several crucial measures. Firstly, regular inspection of electrical wiring and components by qualified electricians is essential to identify and address any potential issues before they escalate into hazards. Secondly, ensuring that electrical circuits are not overloaded and that appropriate circuit breakers or fuses are installed can prevent overheating and subsequent fires. Thirdly, using appliances that are certified by reputable testing laboratories and following manufacturer guidelines for their operation can minimize the risk of electrical malfunctions. Fourthly, educating occupants about safe electrical practices, such as avoiding the use of damaged cords or extension cords as permanent wiring solutions, can further reduce the likelihood of electrical fires. In the event of an electrical fire, it is crucial to follow specific safety procedures to minimize the risk of injury or property damage. Firstly, immediately evacuate the premises, ensuring that all occupants are accounted for and that the fire department is notified promptly. Secondly, if possible and safe to do so, disconnect the electrical power supply to the affected area by turning off the circuit breaker or main power switch. Thirdly, use a fire extinguisher specifically designed for electrical fires, such as a Class C extinguisher, to attempt to extinguish the fire if it is small and contained. Fourthly, never use water to extinguish an electrical fire, as water is a conductor of electricity and can increase the risk of electrocution. Fifthly, after the fire has been extinguished, have a qualified electrician inspect the electrical system to assess any damage and ensure that it is safe to restore power. The investigation into the Home Depot fire will likely involve determining the precise cause of the fire. This may involve examining the electrical wiring, appliances, and other equipment in the appliance section of the store to identify any potential sources of ignition. Investigators will also likely interview employees and witnesses to gather information about the events leading up to the fire. Based on the findings of the investigation, recommendations may be made to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. These recommendations could include changes to electrical wiring practices, appliance maintenance procedures, or employee training programs. The electrical safety codes and standards, such as those developed by the National Electrical Code, play a vital role in preventing electrical fires. These codes provide detailed requirements for the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems, including wiring, grounding, and overcurrent protection. Adherence to these codes is essential to ensure the safety of buildings and their occupants. Regular inspections by qualified electrical inspectors can help to identify and correct any code violations, reducing the risk of electrical fires. In addition to the technical aspects of electrical safety, public awareness campaigns can also play a significant role in preventing electrical fires. These campaigns can educate the public about the risks of electrical hazards and provide practical tips for preventing fires. Topics covered in these campaigns may include safe use of extension cords, proper grounding techniques, and the importance of having electrical systems inspected regularly. By raising awareness and promoting safe practices, these campaigns can help to reduce the number of electrical fires that occur each year. The role of the sprinkler system in containing the fire is notable. Sprinkler systems are designed to automatically detect and suppress fires, often before they can spread and cause significant damage. These systems consist of a network of pipes filled with water, with sprinkler heads strategically located throughout the building. When a fire occurs, the heat activates the sprinkler heads in the immediate vicinity, releasing water to extinguish the flames. The rapid response of the sprinkler system can significantly reduce the extent of fire damage and minimize the risk of injuries. In the case of the Home Depot fire, the sprinkler system's activation helped to contain the fire to a single aisle, preventing it from spreading to other parts of the store. This limited the damage and allowed firefighters to quickly extinguish the remaining flames. The water damage caused by the sprinkler system, while inconvenient, was likely far less extensive than the damage that would have occurred if the fire had been allowed to spread unchecked. The decision to close the store for the remainder of Tuesday and potentially reopen on Wednesday morning reflects the need to assess the extent of the damage and ensure that the store is safe for customers and employees. This assessment will likely involve inspecting the electrical system, cleaning up the water damage, and restocking merchandise that was damaged by the fire or water. The store will also need to address any safety concerns identified by fire investigators or building inspectors. The reopening of the store will depend on the completion of these tasks and the approval of relevant authorities. The incident serves as a reminder of the importance of electrical safety and the potential consequences of electrical fires. By taking proactive measures to prevent fires and by implementing effective fire protection systems, businesses and individuals can significantly reduce the risk of fire-related injuries and property damage. Regular inspections, proper maintenance, and adherence to safety codes are all essential components of a comprehensive fire safety program. Furthermore, it is important to have a well-defined emergency plan in place in the event of a fire. This plan should include procedures for evacuating the building, notifying the fire department, and accounting for all occupants. Regular fire drills can help to ensure that everyone is familiar with the emergency plan and knows how to respond in the event of a fire. The economic impact of the fire on the Home Depot is still unknown. The cost of repairing the damage to the store, replacing damaged merchandise, and lost revenue due to the closure will all contribute to the financial impact. The store may also face increased insurance premiums as a result of the fire. The long-term impact on the store's reputation is also a consideration. While the store's quick response to the fire and its commitment to safety may help to mitigate any negative publicity, it is possible that some customers will be hesitant to shop at the store in the future. The incident may also prompt the Home Depot to review its fire safety procedures and make changes to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. The importance of fire safety extends beyond commercial establishments to residential properties as well. Homeowners should take steps to protect their homes and families from the risk of fire. This includes installing smoke detectors on every level of the home, testing them regularly, and replacing the batteries at least once a year. Homeowners should also have a fire extinguisher readily available and know how to use it. Other important fire safety measures for homeowners include keeping flammable materials away from heat sources, not overloading electrical outlets, and having the home's electrical system inspected regularly by a qualified electrician. Families should also have a fire escape plan in place and practice it regularly. This plan should include 2 ways out of each room and a designated meeting place outside the home. By taking these precautions, homeowners can significantly reduce the risk of fire and protect their families from harm. Electrical panels should never have open slots. The panel should be examined by a professional to ensure the right breakers are installed in the correct position. Additionally, all electrical boxes should have a cover. This protects wires from damage but also contains any potential sparks from causing a fire. When wiring, it is important to know that aluminum wiring should be avoided or used with extreme care. Aluminum wiring is more prone to coming loose at the connections and corroding, which can cause an electrical fire. If there is aluminum wiring, have it inspected by a qualified electrician to see what the best course of action is. Firstly, replacing the wiring is the most robust option. Secondly, using approved methods to connect copper wiring to the aluminum wiring is also an option. These methods involve using special connectors and compounds that prevent corrosion. Finally, keep an eye out for flickering lights. This could be a sign that the wiring is loose or damaged, which could lead to an electrical fire. Also, pay attention to outlets or switches that are hot to the touch. This could indicate that the wiring is overloaded or that there is a short circuit. If you notice any of these signs, have the electrical system inspected by a qualified electrician as soon as possible. Circuit breakers and fuses are safety devices designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. When a circuit is overloaded or short-circuited, the circuit breaker or fuse will trip or blow, interrupting the flow of electricity and preventing a fire. It is important to use the correct size circuit breaker or fuse for each circuit. Using a circuit breaker or fuse that is too large can allow the circuit to become overloaded, increasing the risk of fire. The National Electrical Code provides detailed requirements for the size and type of circuit breakers and fuses that should be used in various applications. Extension cords are a common cause of electrical fires. They are often used improperly, such as being overloaded, run under rugs, or used as permanent wiring solutions. Extension cords should only be used temporarily and should never be overloaded. When using an extension cord, make sure that it is the correct gauge for the appliance or device that is being powered. Also, avoid running extension cords under rugs or furniture, as this can damage the cord and create a fire hazard. Do not use an extension cord to power multiple appliances or devices unless it is specifically designed for that purpose. Surge protectors are designed to protect electronic devices from voltage spikes or surges. These surges can damage or destroy electronic devices, such as computers, televisions, and appliances. Surge protectors work by diverting excess voltage away from the device and into the ground. It is important to use surge protectors on all sensitive electronic devices. When choosing a surge protector, look for one that has a high joule rating. The joule rating indicates the amount of energy that the surge protector can absorb before it fails. Grounding is an important safety measure that helps to prevent electrical shock. Grounding provides a path for electricity to flow safely back to the source in the event of a fault. All electrical outlets and appliances should be properly grounded. If an appliance has a 3-prong plug, it is designed to be grounded. Do not remove the grounding prong from the plug, as this can create a safety hazard. If you are unsure whether an outlet is properly grounded, have it tested by a qualified electrician. The use of arc fault circuit interrupters, or ASIs, is also very important. ASIs are designed to detect arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. Arc faults occur when electricity jumps between two conductors, creating a spark. ASIs can detect these sparks and interrupt the flow of electricity, preventing a fire. The National Electrical Code requires ASIs to be installed in certain areas of the home, such as bedrooms and living rooms. It is a good idea to install ASIs throughout the home to provide additional protection against electrical fires. Tamper-resistant receptacles, or TRRs, are designed to prevent children from inserting objects into electrical outlets. These receptacles have a spring-loaded mechanism that prevents objects from being inserted unless both prongs of a plug are inserted simultaneously. TRR are required in new construction and renovations and are a good way to protect children from electrical shock. There is also something known as a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, which protects people from electric shock. It does this by monitoring the current flowing in a circuit and quickly interrupting the flow of electricity if a ground fault is detected. GFCIs are required in areas where there is a risk of electric shock, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. Smoke detectors are essential life-saving devices that should be installed in every home. They detect smoke and sound an alarm, giving occupants time to escape in the event of a fire. Smoke detectors should be installed on every level of the home, including inside and outside of sleeping areas. Test smoke detectors monthly and replace the batteries at least once a year. Replace smoke detectors every 10 years. Carbon monoxide detectors are also important safety devices that should be installed in every home, especially if you have fuel-burning appliances such as furnaces, water heaters, or stoves. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly. Carbon monoxide detectors detect the presence of carbon monoxide and sound an alarm, giving occupants time to evacuate. Test carbon monoxide detectors monthly and replace the batteries at least once a year. Replace carbon monoxide detectors every 5 to 7 years. When planning a fire escape, plan 2 ways out of every room. Make sure everyone in the family knows the escape plan. Practice the fire escape plan at least twice a year. Designate a meeting place outside the home where everyone can gather after escaping a fire. Once everyone is safe, call 911. Never go back inside a burning building for any reason.